Block busting on the regular.
Hey man, get your goofy ass out, man. Bitch, I'm in Miami. Fuck you, man. Get your meatball.
There is a special kind of comical that only exists in the criminal world. It's the kind of comical where you commit a serious crime and then instead of keeping your mouth shut like a man who doesn't want to catch a life case, you pull out your phone and film yourself doing it on purpose as a flex. Trying to look tough online can and almost always will get you a case since, as people say, when something is online, it's there forever. I do not think you can get much goofier than sharing yourself doing illegal shit so other grown men can look at you and think you're hard.
I like to get a bunch of men together. Huh? Men. That are the hardest of the hard.
Just to then get thrown in prison over something not worth the time. These are real cases where criminals handed prosecutors a gift-wrapped confession and then acted surprised when it was used against them.
The same is not out of order.
In May 2016, Rodarius Collins, just 18 at the time, and Marcus Parker burglarized a home in Pinecrest, Florida, and walked out with a safe. Inside that safe was over $500,000 worth of jewelry. A whole $500,000 that could have been fenced for at least a few hundred G's. And what did they do with it? They took it to a jewelry shop in a mall and sold the whole thing for $1,300 each. They essentially traded a Lambo for a 2009 Civic and called it a win. But that's not the worst part. The worst part is that Collins posted a video on Facebook. In the video, he and his crew are riding in a car, blasting music, waving stacks of cash at the camera, and screaming, "We got a safe," into the phone.
The same is not out of order.
Somebody say check, man.
3 men seen on this Facebook Live video brag about having a safe as they flash hands full of cash.
Just casually advertising to the entire internet that they committed a burglary. Police saw it, both men were arrested, and here's the cherry on top. After he got caught, Collins went back to Facebook and posted that Facebook was snitching. The app snitched on him. The guy who filmed himself bragging about a robbery was mad at Facebook because police saw the video that he posted publicly online. Y'all can't make this goofy shit up. These goofs also got the owner of Zodium Jewelry and Watches in Southland Mall, Oscar Sequeira, arrested as well, although he probably should have been arrested anyways, for lowballing them so hard. In late 2023, a car theft gang out of Bradford, England pulled off 9 burglaries across Lancashire, stealing luxury cars worth tens of thousands of pounds. That included a BMW X3 worth £79,000 and a Volkswagen Tiguan worth £35,000. And one member of the gang, 22-year-old Hamza Ghafoor, decided to document the whole operation. Ghafoor filmed himself putting on his face mask before jobs. He filmed himself driving the stolen BMWs. He filmed himself with stacks of cash afterward, essentially a behind-the-scenes, never-before-seen before and after for the feds. Shit was like a makeover video, except the makeover is, I used to be a free man and now I'm not. When police arrested him, his phone was basically a mobile confession. Lancashire police jailed him for 6 years, the gang got 15 years total, and then the department held a press conference and officially called him not the brightest burglar of the bunch. During the search of his bedroom, police also found a Louis Vuitton bag containing 926 wraps of crack cocaine and 319 wraps of heroin. So the man who thought filming his burglaries was clever also kept his entire drug supply in a suspicious designer handbag. I can't imagine how his homies felt about him after all that went down. Hakeem Robinson, aka Queso, was a Jacksonville drill rapper in the ATK gang. ATK was involved in a violent gang war with rival gang KTA, a rivalry that led to several viral songs and infamous social media posts mocking dead rivals. In January 2020, Queso, his cousin Leroy Whitaker, and Dominique Butta Barner ambushed and murdered a rival rapper named Charles McCormick, aka Lil Buck, in a shopping plaza parking lot. McCormick had made a diss track about Robinson's stepbrother, Willie Addison, who'd been killed in a 2019 drive-by, so Robinson wanted revenge. After the murder, Robinson posted an Instagram photo of McCormick with the words "bye-bye" on it. He made several posts mocking Robinson and danced to songs mocking him on Insta Live.
Kill a nigga, then go get my toes done.
I'm Latin. Come here, boy. Come here, boy.
His friend Young and Ace also released a rap song called Queso Homicide. Robinson also killed a 16-year-old Adrian Gaynor, or KTA Bibby, outside a housing project in Jacksonville. He mocked Bibby's death even harder, making jerseys with his name on them, making an album cover with his face on it, and calling his blunts Bibby. but investigators used his posts as key evidence. The lead detective openly stated they were critical pieces in identifying the killers, just in case anyone thought he was being subtle. But here's where it gets really dark. Robinson's father, his gang boss Abdul Robinson Sr., helped the killers escape after the McCormick shooting. He was arrested as an accessory after the fact, and then prosecutors offered him a deal. Testify against your own son and nephew, and you'll get time served instead of life in prison. Abdul took the deal. In 2023, Abdul Sr. and Butta Barner flipped. At trial, Sr. identified his son as the shooter in video footage. He admitted he helped destroy evidence. He told the jury he understood testifying could send his son to prison for life, but he said he was cooperating so he could get out in time to raise his younger kids. Hakeem Robinson and his cousin were convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison in October 2025. Abdul Robinson Sr. was sentenced to time served and released. Queso still faces a nearing trial for Bibi's murder. On April 9, 2017, Sean Vasquez, a 20-year-old from Covina, California, started his morning like most Americans do, by shooting at random cars on the street. Of course, you can't forget a side of live streaming on Facebook with your breakfast. He called himself Big Slick Low, stuck his tongue out at the camera, and waved the gun around like he was filming a music video. Deputies showed up and Vasquez fired at them. He shot at a patrol car, fired at 2 deputies in a helicopter, still on Facebook Live. It was later stated that Vasquez was high on drugs and was suffering due to the loss of 2 family members in recent years. At one point he said, "They're here, they know where I am," fired a shot, then said, "Sorry guys," and fired another one. He barricaded himself in a house for 2 hours with the stream still going. He talked to a negotiator on camera, but his father eventually talked him into surrendering. Vasquez pleaded guilty to 7 counts of assault with a deadly weapon on a peace officer and was sentenced to 30 years and 8 months. The Woolio Gang was a gang of 6 men, 18 to 28, from Woolwich, South London. They had a feud with a rival gang and turned it into a spectacle. They went through the normal routine of gangbanging in the 21st century. They posted videos on social media, made drill music about their crimes, and in those videos, they didn't just show guns. They assigned specific bullets to specific rival gang members by name. All of it was posted online for anyone to see, including police. If a rival gets killed and you weren't even the killer, you'd become suspect number 1 just by existing. The gang was connected to 2 shootings on the Cherry Orchard estate. One victim took a gunshot wound to the arm. Police seized a phone from gang member Brian Adu, who, by the way, was found at the crime scene the next morning and told officers he was just cleaning his shoes. And on that phone was a collection of videos showing the group with firearms. All 6 were convicted of conspiracy to possess firearms with intent to endanger life. Total sentence, 41.5 years. 2 of them denied everything and made up stories, but the jury didn't care. In fact, after sentencing, the Court of Appeal reviewed the sentences and decided 2 of them were actually too lenient and bumped them up. In 2021, DelMarco Craig, a Detroit rapper who went by The Big Homie, hopped on Instagram Live and casually showed off a Glock pistol that had been converted into a fully automatic machine gun. Not a regular gun, a whole-ass machine gun on Instagram Live. The worst part was that he did it knowing full well that he was a convicted felon, which meant possessing any firearm at all was already a federal crime, let alone an illegal machine gun. Federal agents had actually been monitoring his Instagram account for months before the video. So when he posted that, it was less of a surprise and more of a formality. 3 days after the live stream, ATF agents raided a home connected to Craig and seized 6 firearms, including what appeared to be the exact modified Glock from the video. 2 of the guns were stolen, and ballistic tests linked one of the seized firearms to 7 separate shootings, including a homicide. Craig was arrested and charged with multiple federal firearms offenses and even held without bond. His own lawyer acknowledged the situation, saying something along the lines of, "A lot of young rap artists use guns in videos, but that doesn't make them thugs. That's all cool, except the guns were real. The machine gun conversion was real, and one of them had been used to kill someone." That was just some of the goofiest online mistakes made by criminals too proud for their own good. If you've watched to the end, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Crimeology for more, and check out our other YouTube channels. And remember, stay away from crime. The streets aren't worth a second of your life, let alone all of it.